Hi, I'm Ankita Bhattashali, and I am a researcher at the Institute for Disability Research Policy and Practice at Utah State University. And prior to joining the institute, I was a doctoral student at the University of Kansas and did my PhD in early childhood special education. And my research interest primarily focusing on inclusive education and teacher preparation and how we can incorporate and amplify families' voices to provide inclusive education and appropriate services to children with and without disabilities. So the international research that I have conducted was to understand and explore how families of children with autism in India perceive inclusive education, what are the challenges that they think there are, and their aspirations about their children's education and future. And it was conducted to understand the barriers and the supports that these families need for more inclusive policies and practices. So major barriers are that schools are that teachers are still not trained in inclusive teaching and inclusive education. So what oftentimes comes is like it's parents' responsibilities more of like preparing for the like children for inclusive education, providing shadow teacher who can be there with their children. So in a way, the children are not having peer interactions in schools, or either they have to leave and attend special education classrooms or schools even oftentimes, even though parents oftentimes wish that their children could be part of the larger mainstream schools, but it is not still happening. Still, the society has the stigma about autism, so parents oftentimes do not disclose that their children have disabilities or autism specifically because they do not know how the school personnel, how the community members would perceive their children, because they do not want the society to look at it a certain way to their children, or not at least through the deficit-based lens. So they oftentimes hide that, and when they do it, they are not getting the appropriate services and the supports that their children need. So in terms of like, no, we do not have trained teachers who can teach children with disabilities and without disabilities in an inclusive environment. On the other hand, children also are not getting the peer interactions or playing opportunities with their peers who do not have disabilities. So they are kind of constrained and restricted, and the opportunities are being restricted as well.